Body count? It means how many bodies have you caught? You didn't catch a body. You just put your mouth on one.
Shit. Shit, I'm counting head. I'm counting the girl that I got. I counting the girl that I got the tip of my dick in that motherfucker.
Kisses? If you kiss a bitch, you're gonna count her in the body count?
Yeah.
So if you kiss a girl right now, your body count just went up?
Skyrocketed.
What y'all shit is?
Nah.
252?
If you're easily offended, don't like foul language, and take things too seriously, this is not the podcast for you. Parental discretion is advised. In the world, people are represented by two separate, equally unimportant groups. The men represented by KB and the women represented by a different beautiful woman every episode. These are their stories.
Welcome to this week's edition of KB's Bar Talk. I am your host, KB, with my beautiful co-host this week, Derche. All right. So what you want to go? You say you want to run back through, right?
Yeah.
So let's go to the relationship. Do you want some more Patron? Boy, and
Cameraman needs some Patron. Will you allow your fiance to have a bachelor party? This is a yes or no. I say yes.
That's an easy question.
Yes.
I did a poll on this, and 99% of people say yes. The only reason I asked, to be honest, what made me start asking questions. So I was talking to a girl. She was in a relationship besides mine, but me and her were talking on the side, right? And she was like, "You can't have a bachelor party." I was like,
cut
like, why
She's
the fuck?
controlling you,
Yeah. I'm like, you're in a relationship already, so I mean, fuck you. Who the fuck are you to tell me what I can and can't do? But that's what made me. I was like, man, I'll go put a poll on Instagram today and show how stupid you fucking are, right? Because she was like, most people want. She was trying to argue with me and say most people want to allow their partner to have a bachelor party. I mean, I had over 100 people vote on that shit, and I think there were two that said, and she was one of them that said you cannot have a bachelor party.
I would just say don't be doing no wild, crazy shit like fucking strippers and don't. Yeah. As long as you're not disrespecting me, I don't really care.
What if you get head from a stripper at the bachelor party?
Yes, I'll walk down that aisle and tell your ass, hell no.
So you're gonna embarrass her?
Yes.
Would you like to find out? Do you wanna?
Yes.
So you would rather? So say, all right. Say me and you get married, for instance, right? You let me have a bachelor party. I don't fuck, but I get head at the bachelor party.
I'm gonna walk.
Would you rather me tell you, or would you rather just never fucking know it happened?
You tell me.
I tell you, and then you embarrass me at the wedding.
Yes.
That's how it goes down.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
But that's why I don't tell.
Yes.
Never tell.
Because if you're gonna lie to your partner, you might as well not be with your partner. I'm very open and honest. If I got head last night, I'm gonna tell you I got head last night. Now, if you choose to stay, that's on you, and that's how you keep it playing for real.
Did you get head last night?
It's that time of the month, so no.
Oh. All right. Great to know. Great to know.
Yeah.
All right, so. But
if I wasn't, then definitely.
You getting head every fucking night? Jesus Christ.
I mean, not every night, no.
Only 26 days of the month.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Hey, good for you. I see why you happy. Good for you.
I'm happy as hell.
Yeah, I'm getting head like 3 days a month, maybe. If I'm lucky. And I'm praying the other 27. So. But no, that's what actually made me start coming up with questions originally, because we and her had gotten an argument and we was talking, and she was like, you can't have a bachelor party if we were to get married. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. That's the whole part of me. That's like what I'm looking forward to the most out of marriage is a fucking bachelor party, like going to Vegas with my boys for like a fucking 3-day trip and 4-day trip and just going crazy.
As long as you don't disrespect your wife or your wife don't disrespect you, I feel like it's kind of healthy, because you need that time apart before the union, because then soon after the wedding you hit honeymoon,
and then you like them forever.
Yep. Or for a year.
Yeah. For a few months before you pull a gun out on them and try and shoot them. I got him dodging bullets.
LOL, Kyle.
Thank God he had military training.
You're funny.
I know. That's why I'm good at this shit. That's why I'm a blow up. All right, so you want to do the purple bag?
Yeah, it's over there by you.
Oh shit, my bad.
All right, let's do it.
These the warm up questions, so we're going back to round 2 of the warm up questions.
I was warmed up before I walked in.
Oh
Stay
shit.
ready so you ain't gotta get ready. Can you convince yourself to love someone?
Ooh.
Yeah, I can. I can. I feel like it's good and bad though. Like I feel like I don't date just for like one thing. I date for like multiple things. So I'm not gonna be like, oh, you fine as hell. Like I want to date you.
Yeah.
Cause I don't really date off looks. Like you can be mid to everybody else, but you're gonna be fine to me if I like you.
Oh,
But
I'm the complete opposite.
you like eye candy?
All I like is eye candy. When I get married, she's gonna be a trophy wife. I'll probably hate her ass at home, but when we out in public, she gonna be bad as fuck.
Okay, I can see
And then
that. I can see that. I can see that.
she gonna be fun. Which I know is a backwards train of thought. I already get that point. But I mean, I do want to have somebody that actually, when I get married, it's probably gonna be somebody I enjoy
Their
being around.
company.
Yeah,
You
but
can't be.
she's got to be really pretty too. So I gotta. That's I mean,
Now I did tell myself after my divorce, I said that the next person I date, I said I'm not settling, like, cause I feel like I settled in my past. Like
mhm,
I locked in on one thing. Like if the communication was great, if the vibe was great, if like the emotional connection was great,
yeah,
like I would overlook other stuff.
yeah.
But I said this time, like
It's
I'm
it's
going
gotta
for the
be a
baddest.
package.
I'm going for the
Okay.
baddest. I want
Yeah,
full package. If you're
that's
not full package,
you
gotta
gotta have to look. I will never even notice you if you don't look good. So I'm a guy. I'm shallow. So looks is like the first thing. Then if I start to like your personality, then we can start talking. We can go out on a date, shit, and get to know each other from
yeah.
there. But
I feel like I look good, but like
you're average.
I'm mid.
Yeah,
I'm mid.
you slightly above mid. You
Damn
ain't
cow.
you
Damn
ain't
cow.
the
I'm
gap.
mid, y'all. I'm be real. I'm
Uh,
mid.
you ain't the gap. Oh,
He lying to me.
Kyle wanna fuck. Kyle.
Okay.
They want to run a train after the pod.
No,
It was,
thank you.
that's what the pod group chat. Even Travis before he left said he wanted to. Nah, I'm just playing. He's got a wife upstairs. I don't want to do that.
I'm like, wait a minute.
Nah,
Nah.
the
I think
pod
I
group
look
chat was
good.
wild today. It was like because they make me send who coming over every time. They like send a picture.
What picture you pick?
It was a nude. It was a nude. It was right after
You
you
can
got
go to hell.
once
You can go to hell.
after you got the nipple rings back in. That's the one I sent.
I didn't even take no pictures. I think I'm in the Peru's back in.
But
Oh,
nah,
I think-
I just sent your Instagram. That was all I sent.
I only got one picture on there.
Yeah.
I read what's the word for like change? I forgot. Damn, I'm drunk. What the fuck? I reinvented my Instagram.
Yeah, I hate when people do that. I be going back to try and show people who like coming up, and then there's like one picture, or the only pictures that little top shit in the corner, and you gotta try and expand the
You
phone.
got screenshot, zoom in, and then
yeah,
send
you
it.
gotta try and figure
I
out.
went to Broadway concert, man, and what he said he don't know where he should start, but it's time for a change, and I felt that, so I just started with my social media accounts, cause I don't know, I used to like post everything, but now I just like pick and choose. Like if I'm
Yeah.
posting, it's either me going to the gym to get food, or it is my food, and then everything else is in
Well,
the
you do that
private.
every day.
And if you're not in the private, then you don't know what's going on for real.
Damn, I tell you, who's not in the private, but that's all right.
I add you to the private.
It's all right. I
You
mean,
can go to the private. I got a private, and then I got a private. Like my private is just like me doing hood rat shit with my friends, acting bad.
yeah.
And then my private is me, my shorty.
Damn, you
Yeah, that part.
you eating out on a private?
No.
Just like kissing and like.
Why I can't just have a private and then post me my private life on my private? Why
You
I
just
gotta be
said
having
you the
sex
one
on my
who
private?
said it. I was trying to ask what was on the private. I ain't even make the first private, so I'm not even close to the second private. You know how far we got to get.
I'm gonna add you, Kyle. I'm gonna add you.
Nah,
'Cause you cool.
it's-
You ain't too federal. I had to remove my mom because she get this screen recording and yeah, she get this screen recording, screenshot and shit. I be in the club standing on couches and she want to screenshot some shit.
For real, I won't even let my mom watch the pod.
Nah, my mama cool though. My mama, my little friend. She used to say she was my little friend. Now she my little friend.
Nah, my mom cool as hell, too. My mom best friend went out to lunch with her yesterday, and she's like, "I've been watching Kyle's podcast." I'm like, "Bitch, I haven't dropped an episode." And my mom came back to me cussing me out, talking about, "Oh, so and so been watching the episode. She really enjoying them." I'm like, "No, the fuck she isn't." Like, she's like, "I know you keeping them from." I'm like, "There's none out yet. Like, not a single
Yeah.
one is dropped." So I don't know how she's. How
She
she's
just
at.
wants to be supportive.
Yeah.
Like she didn't know.
I was
that.
like, she might have seen a picture from the episode. But that's about it. I don't even remember the fucking question. We got so fucking off topic. But
Oh, can you convince yourself to love
oh, can
someone?
you convince
I
yourself to
feel
love
like it's
someone?
different though from women and men because women they can learn how to love somebody, but men they just love who they love. Like
I don't think you can convince yourself to actually truly love someone. I think you can convince yourself to be with somebody
tolerate.
and be happy around them. But I don't think like actual love is like a feeling that has to naturally occur. I don't think you convince yourself. But I definitely think you convince, like for instance, I think I said this on the last podcast, but I wish like 10 years ago I had got me like a little sugar mama who was like 85 and about to die, and I spent like 5 years with her, and then she died and left me her whole will, and I had like $10 million. I could have convinced myself to fucking be happy around that bitch for 5 years before she passed away. And I can. There's definitely people that I can convince myself to be satisfied in their presence and shit, but as
For
far
sure.
as actually like true love, I don't. I think it's hard to convince yourself to get to that emotion. You convince yourself to be around
I
them.
feel like females overlook a lot of stuff though. Like compared to males,
Oh yeah,
I feel
yeah.
like females they can learn to overlook stuff.
Despite being like way smarter than us, I think women lack a lot more common sense than us. Like they're easier to get lied to, and
No, I feel like women know, but they just if
they don't want to.
they
Like they
don't want
know,
to
but they
believe
wanna.
it. They don't
Yeah,
want to believe it. I would say that.
yeah,
I used to be guilty of that.
yeah. It's
Every
easy.
woman's been there though.
Yeah,
All of them, even
and
the
that's
best
what I
of
love
us.
about y'all.
Me too.
The easy.
It's like nah, I be chilling up for.
All right. All right, so there's a couple other things I want to say. We can answer some more questions later if you want to, but there's a couple things I want to say. First out, shout out to you because you are the first person to ever be on time for this podcast.
Professional.
Every time we set up a time, I think the closest one. Shout out to Tempest. She was like 6 minutes late. Everybody else is at least like 30 fucking minutes late. But Derche was actually 5 minutes early. I mean, she was super fucking hyped about this podcast. I feel like
I was coming from downtown. I had
yeah,
to eat.
yeah, she had a lot of energy. Like all week, she's been excited about it.
I'm
So
outside.
first person ever excited to, well, not first person to be excited. Most people are excited about it, but first person to be on time. Now another crazy story about me and Derche.
Here we go,
First
Kyle.
time, first time I met Derche. Well, not the first time, but when I met Derche, I was substitute teaching. If you didn't know, I used to be a little substitute teacher.
Yes,
I was coaching basketball as well at the time, working at a grocery store, doing all types of shit. So I was a substitute teacher, and I was a substitute back at my old high school. So I used to go to high school. Shout out to the but my favorite school to go back to was like I loved it there. I had a good time. Like well, I didn't know all the kids, but they all fucking knew me, and they were probably like, I knew all the basketball players because I coached a bunch of them. They were like 10, 15 other kids that I really knew well, was pretty cool with, liked them as well. And I was young. I was probably like 23 at the time. So I'm really like 4 or 5 years older than a lot of these kids. Now, the freshmen a little different. I always fucking hated freshmen when I substituted. But like juniors, seniors, I always liked them because I'm not that much older than them. I'm a little more older, but I can give you some like life experience shit. But I'm really not that much older than you. So I enjoy substitute teaching. But it literally got out of hand. Like I was way too popular as a substitute teacher. I had to keep my door closed because I mean, if people knew I was there, I mean, there would be 100 kids, probably 200 kids in the class, and I just had to start kicking motherfucking. Like nothing could ever get done. And like the hallway, like literally, is like an assembly line of people like dap me up and hug me and shit. It was fucking crazy. Like it had gotten out of hand. It was like too out of control when I was substituting. So I already knew people were on my ass a little bit. So this day at pep rally day, all right. So pep rallies could be a little lit. Times was good and shit. I was cool with all the cheerleaders. I don't want to say that because it's gonna sound a little weird, but I was cool with all the cheerleaders. Derche was a cheerleader. There's another cheerleader, May Lynn. Shout out to May. She was in a little talent thing at the pep rally. She asked me. She was like, Kyle, can you do a lip sync battle with me? I'm like, fucking sure, why not? So I'm scheduled to do a lip sync battle at this. I had to listen to Adele had the little song Hello had came out, and I was supposed to do a lip sync battle. That was our song that we was singing, right? I never even heard it till like a week before this, but I started learning the lyrics and shit. I prepped for it and all. So also at the podcast, they had a basketball players versus faculty members basketball game. And technically I'm not even faculty. I'm a substitute, so I'm faculty of the district, but I ain't faculty of the school. But they put me in this little basketball game. We bust ass. I think I had about six, and some little woman was getting off, but that's because we just kept feeding her because nobody was like guarding her ass. But because the basketball coach at the time was who played at USC, and this motherfucker pulling up from damn near half court, wetting threes and shit.
Yeah.
We busted ass on the basketball team in that game. So we do that at the pep rally. I'm getting ready for my lip sync battle because I'm like all over this pep rally. As a substitute teacher, you got to understand, like, no substitute is barely even invited to the pep rally, much less fucking in all the fucking events in the pep rally. That's how crazy the shit it got. So I'm prepping for this like lip sync battle, getting ready. Oh, and the cheerleaders did like a little intro dance for me. Like I ran through them at the little faculty game. Like that's how like the shit was. Like it was crazy. It was out of control. So I'm prepping for the lip sync battle. Next thing I know, pep rally gets shut down. Like out of nowhere, they're like everybody's got to go back to going straight to lunch. Apparently, some guy knocked his fucking girlfriend clean out.
Who?
I don't know.
I was there.
Yeah, you was there. You was on the floor.
Who?
I don't know. The story I got, I was just a substitute
At
teacher.
the pep rally?
Yeah. That's why the pep rally got shut down early. That's why we went to lunch.
I remember that.
Which is what got me fired. But all right, so we weren't supposed to go to lunch. We were supposed to go back to class and then go to lunch. But because that's what they fucking told me. But the pep rally gets shut down early because some guy knocked his girlfriend out in the top of the pep rally. I think they was younger people too. I think they was like freshman or sophomore kids and shit. So they like everybody. Pep rally's over. Pep rally's dismissed. Everybody go to lunch and then report to whatever class after that. So I'm like, cool. I'm walking to my fucking car from the gym, little distance on the walk, and I called a little Chinese spot that I would go to order my food.
Egg Roll Express.
Egg Roll Express. Shout out to them. I know they ain't sending me sponsorship money. They still only accept cash. They hadn't even gotten the card yet, so I know they ain't doing advertisement. So I still go there once a fucking week. They owe me some shit. I go there I ate there last night. Honestly, had a bourbon chicken and shrimp fried rice. That was my dinner last night. But so I called them, get my order in. Next thing I know, Derche and her little friend run up behind me. Mr. Brown, let us ride to lunch with you. Nah, not a good idea.
That is not what you said.
That's exactly what I said.
No,
I said no
not.
twice. I promise you I said no twice. I was like, nah, it's not a good idea. She like, come on, Mr. Brown, let me ride to lunch.
Mr. Brown.
Well, you might have called me but you did call me Mr. Brown at some point in time.
Mr. Brown. I called you Mr. Brown.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you probably called me Brown too. You called me Brown for a little while.
Kyle.
All right, whatever fuck you call me.
Kyle.
Let me tell my side of the story. You can tell your little bullshit side of the story after.
Go ahead.
So you was like, come on, Mr. Brown, let's go to lunch. Nah. Come on, let us ride. I'm like, nah, come on. At this point, we damn near at the fucking car. Because, I mean, she already knew I drove. So it was like, she's at the fucking car. I'm like, fuck it, get in. Might as well. I mean, ain't shit going on. So they get in a little car. They ain't even go to Egg Roll Express. I dropped them off at fucking McDonald's, which is right up the street. I go pick up my food, pick them right back up, right? Ain't that what happened?
I think I had Egg Roll Express, but I'll let your story slide.
I'm pretty sure this is what happened. I might have gotten you something from there, but I don't know. I'd already ordered my fucking food.
Yeah.
And so I get back to the school. We get out the car. We're walking back into the school. And this lady from the district office, I'd never seen her in my fucking life, says, Mr. Brown, I'm like, yeah. And she was like, can you come here? I was like, sure. So I'm like, fuck. So I knew as a substitute I'm not supposed to take kids off campus. I really never really took them to lunch. Now there was a couple like because I was coaching and I would take home and shit, but it was like I never really took them to lunch. So I'm like, all right. So I walk into the main office. I'm still not thinking nothing's gonna happen. I tell them to go ahead and shit. So and they clearly get out the car with me. It's like, and I park right in front of the office. So they're like, you can't take kids off campus. I'm like, all right. I mean, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. I mean, I knew that, but I wasn't really thinking. They asked me, and I mean, I just dropped them off to pick something up real quick. They're like, but you can't do that. I'm like, all right. I mean, I get it. I mean, I promise it won't happen again. They're like, but you can get fired for this. I'm like, for taking kids to lunch. They were like, yeah, it's a liability issue. Da 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 da. Da. I'm like, I'm sorry. I mean, I didn't mean for it to happen. I ain't really trying to get fired, but I mean, I get where you're coming from. Nothing happened at all. I was like, you can talk to both of them. They'll tell you like there's nothing out of the way happening, literally. So they're like, it's all right, we get it, but I mean, we gotta report it. I'm like, fuck, whatever you gotta do. They're like, all right, well, go back to your class. I was like, fuck. I mean, you basically like, in no other words, they had told me I was fired. Like, they said some other shit, and I already knew like it was over for me. But they still sent me back to work the rest of the fucking day. So at that point, I'm like, fuck this shit. So I walk up there, I get back to the lunch. I mean, there's like fucking 50 kids in my room for lunch. Like when I get back up to there, I'm like, fuck. And then the class coming in. It was a freshman or sophomore class. It was young as hell class, but there was a bunch of other kids that was in my class. And normally I would have tried to kick some of them out, but I was like, fuck it. And then the class is like, what are we to do today? And normally, like when I was subbing, I had 4 rules. Like rule number 1, if you want to listen to music, put on headphones. Rule 2, keep my door closed. If you got to leave, I don't fucking care. Just keep the door closed. 3, if you want to talk, it's cool. Just don't scream and run around. And 4, whatever you got to do, turn your work in. I don't care if you copy, cheat, whatever the fuck you got to do. Make sure that little packet or whatever the teacher left you is turned back into me so it look like I'm doing my job. So that was my 4 rules, right? And most people followed them. Some people didn't do shit in class, but majority of people followed the shit. So, but they're like, "Hi, Mr. Brown, what are we doing today?" When I got back to that class, I'm like, "Man, I don't give a fuck." Like, they about to fire my ass. Oh, y'all can fucking run around here. Y'all jump out the goddamn window for all I fucking care. Like, I mailed it in for them last 2 like periods of the day. Like, I was like, man, here for all I fucking care. Like, do what you got to do. So, but. Yeah, so I got fired. Like it was like so Derche is the reason that I got fired from substitute teaching. Well, actually from substitute teaching high school. Somehow, uh, somehow they thought it was okay to send me to middle school, but high school they was like, nah, you can't do high schools anymore. Like that was the worst fucking decision. And then I got fired from high school for saying, but on Snapchat. But
No, you did not.
yeah,
You posted.
I posted a selfie of me with my middle finger up that said.
Who the fuck snitched?
Some kid like screenshot it and sent it to his friends who just and it apparently circulated, and then the district office. That's a story I'll say for another podcast. But
Damn.
they that got me fired. But the next district hired me in like a minute. I went and helped coach basketball over there. They was happy as fuck to have me in District 1. They was like, "What'd you get fired for?" I was like, "For taking." I ain't telling them about the fuck kids because I know that ain't gonna sound good. So I was like, "They was like, what'd you get fired for?" I was like, "I took a couple of kids off campus to lunch." They was like, "That's what you got fired for?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "You can't do that." I was like, "Oh,
Exactly.
oh, they don't give a fuck over here."
Exactly.
Like, I mean, I
Crazy.
understood why District 2 was mad. I was like, "All right, it's a liability issue. If I get in a wreck with these little kids in the car and they get hurt, then it fall back on the school probably." And they was like, "Well, why was he even in the car?"
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, I get that shit, but and I think your mom, somebody in your family sent something
My
on my
mom.
yeah, sent something on my behalf saying it was nothing going on and shit, but. It
They're
ain't work out.
weird. Why would they think like that? They're so
Yeah.
weird.
So you got anything to add to the story?
I just feel like that wasn't Kyle's plan. God had other plans for him, and it wasn't to be no substitute teacher. And now look at him with, tequila talk, KP bar talk,
Yeah, it's turning into tequila talk.
tequila talk at KB's bar.
Yeah.
You heard it here first. I'm going to copyright it, so he going to have to pay me every time he uses it.
Fuck that shit. I ain't paying you shit. I'm gonna give you some merch though. We
period.
finally got the merch out. Merch drop. I wore the shirt for the first time on the pod. So what size? I'm guessing a 3X, 4X. All right, so small, right?
Small.
You got a favorite color? Well, I ain't got a whole lot of shit in yet.
I like black.
So,
Yeah, look at the merch.
so there's the KB merch. Everybody love the crop hoodies. So make sure you wear it. Show it off for us.
For sure.
Yeah, I only ordered one thing in black because I
And
wasn't.
it's good quality.
Yeah, it's
Come on
really
now.
it's top notch quality. Everything we do
talk.
is top notch. So, I was worried how the black would turn out on black, but it actually turns out it looks pretty good on the black, I
You
think.
do.
So I ordered a lot
Shit
more.
hard.
Ordered a lot more black. So we got our merch in. Make sure you go check out the bio, check the link in all the bios, and order some merch. It's gonna be popping for sure. What else you got? You want to answer any more questions? What else you want to talk about? Anything else?
It's up to you.
I feel like we can do one more question and wrap it up. You want to do that?
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do one more question. You want to go back to sex bag?
Relationship bag or sex bag?
What you is?
Sex bag.
See, you want to do sex at heart.
I want to do relationship bag. I'll do relationship bag. I'll do relationship bag since you think I want to do sex bag.
Why don't you just do one of each?
Okay, bet. You ain't saying nothing.
And you went to the wrong bag. They ain't in a relationship bag. That's how I know you want to do the sex bag.
No, man, I just picked up color. I picked up the first two bags I saw. Real bad. It says date night, jet skiing or dirt biking, and I'm gonna go with.
Oh, you're an adventurous type too.
Yeah, I like both of these. I feel like jet skiing is boring after the first time you do it, but I feel like I prefer jet skis over dirt biking.
I have never been dirt biking, so I'm not really.
Man, me neither. I've
Despite,
been ATV riding.
yeah, despite living out in the country, now I'm still really a city boy at heart. So I never been dirt biking, but jet ski is that's like my number one purchase when I start getting some real bread in. Like I honestly thought about trying to when I got the little
PPP loan?
Nah, I wish I got a PPP. I'm still mad about not getting a PPP loan.
Me too. I could start any damn business.
I actually had a fucking business too, and I ain't reach out. But it hadn't, like, by the guidelines, it technically hadn't been around for a year. You were supposed to have it in for these bitches was getting them for like
didn't even have a business.
Yeah. So I waited till like the week they shut all them shits off before I literally applied a week and they couldn't get me one. So I'm like I got a legit business, but all these people I knew I ain't trying to say no names and shit, but they was all getting off. But not a little stimulus check. When I got the stimulus check, I was like, man, I got plenty of fucking money and I'm working during this whole pandemic. I mean, what the fuck I'm gonna use this check for? I'm gonna get me a fucking jet ski. Then I looked up jet ski prices. I was like, I'm gonna need about 4 more stimulus checks before I get this.
About to drop about 10 bands.
Yeah,
on a jet ski.
so that stimulus check ain't do it. But I'm getting me a jet ski though, cause I think them shits is fun as hell.
Yeah, they are.
But I'm not on a lake now. Like my parents live on like a lake, but it's small. It's by the time I turn the jet ski off, I'm gonna be on the other side of the lake. So, yeah. But I definitely I get me a little house that's on a lake or near a lake. I'm getting a jet ski.
Period.
So I always wanted a jet ski. But dirt biking, I mean, I wouldn't mind trying it, ATV and all that shit. But
ATV is cool, but it get boring after a while too.
Yeah.
Fucking twigs tearing my legs up in Puerto Rico.
No. Yeah. Humble brag. Humble brag. Down in Puerto Rico. Yeah. Yeah, I had twigs hurt me while I was down in Puerto Rico. I was down in the
about 2 months ago in Puerto Rico, a little tree tearing my leg up.
I was down in the Dominican Republic, and the starfish and the little squid were down there trying to eat my ass out and shit like that, you know.
I was in Mexico. Damn.
What the fuck, KB?
It was too loud in the back.
Yeah, Mexico. I got kidnapped by a cartel down there, like, you know. But it was fun. I mean, we got out, you know, shit like that.
I would never do that.
Right. I mean, if you was kidnapped by a cartel leader and you had to suck a dick to get out, you wouldn't do it?
No.
Shit, I would do that motherfucking shit. I wouldn't suck a dick for anything.
Like to kill me.
Really? You stupid as fuck. Back to the relationship bag. That's not what we're supposed to do.
Oh, I picked the wrong one.
It's cool. What was that?
Oh, wow. I'm going to put this in the bag.
What is that?
The question.
Wait, it wasn't a good question?
Huh?
It wasn't a good question?
No.
Let me see it. I ain't going to read it.
I'm ain't no bitch. I'm going to answer
No. We can do it for another episode. It's cool. I ain't trying to get you fucked up.
Who getting fucked up?
Man,
I'm not getting fucked up. Nah. Yeah, probably. Off the air. Yeah. Most definitely. She tried to fight me 2 weeks ago, y'all. I got a lot of stories to tell. Big host, he's not this bitch.
I know you could.
Does body count include when you get head? No, it does not. It ain't no penetration. You don't count.
Oh, I'm definitely taking the opposite of you.
What?
I'm telling you, man.
Hold on, wait a minute.
Man, if I fingered your ass, I'm counting that motherfucker. Like I ain't.
A body count? It means how many bodies have you caught? You didn't catch a body. You just put your mouth on one.
Shit. Shit, I'm counting head. I'm counting the girl that I got. I counting the girl that I got the tip of my dick in that motherfucker.
Kisses? If you kiss a bitch, you're gonna count her in the body count.
Yeah.
So if you kiss a girl right now, your body count just went up.
Skyrocketed.
What y'all shit is?
Nah.
252.
Yeah, I'm. That's why every guy count
Are you
higher
a
than the girl.
Scorpio?
That's why every guy body count higher than the girl's body count.
Okay, you might be on to something.
I'm 100% counting head though. I'm not counting when I kiss a girl, but head. Man, I got my dick in and my homeboy walked in my homeboy and her homegirl walked into the room. Literally, I have gotten like 2 pumps in. I'm counting that shit. I hit. I ain't really complete shit, but I hit it.
I'm not counting head, no body count.
Head? Honestly, I don't even know what my body count is.
Do you count head and the body count? Okay,
Kai,
because they making me feel like I'm not normal here.
Nah. Kai trying to suck up. Kai trying to get some head from you right now. That's why he ain't trying to do it. He like, ain't gonna hurt your body count. Ain't gonna hurt my body count. So, but nah. I wish I had counted my bodies, but like when I was younger, we wasn't really doing that shit. So it was.
What was y'all doing?
We wasn't counting.
Holding hands?
We was fucking. We just wasn't counting how many people we was fucking.
You got a note now if you go into the people. Yeah.
Yeah. It's all the young people want to like.
Remember,
you fuck.
If they good, you gonna remember. You don't need to put it in no note.
Yeah. Shit. But it do be some people I see now that I'm like, oh, I did fuck her back in high school. I wish I hadn't. But I completely forgot. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, I think head should count, body count.
I don't. Yeah, see, look, you by yourself.
Oh, Mike changing
capping
it?
over there.
I'm
changed
counting.
his answer.
But I really don't know.
Okay, that's different though.
Oh, you gotta know.
I mean, I don't want to. Don't let me know if it's gonna. I'm gonna say. Girls, I don't care.
Girls nowadays are saying like, if you, well, I don't know, cause I have only time I've ever asked this question is after I've been asked, and it's not
body
anything.
Count?
Yeah, I've never went and asked a person, but if a girl asked me what's my body count, I really have no idea. I couldn't even give you like a guess.
But listen, if somebody asks you like, what's your body count, and they trying to fuck, rather you say 3 or you say 30, they still gonna fuck. So do it really matter?
So I'll be like, I really don't know. How do you not know? I didn't count.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, a lot of people don't count.
I fucked some shit in college. Like I was getting off in college.
And I did not. My whole 4 years of college, I probably caught like 2 bodies for real.
Halfway through my junior year and my senior year, I did not do what I should have done. I should have kept fucking. But my freshman and sophomore years, I was killing. So in the end of my high school career, I was doing pretty well. And then after I got a relationship, I was consistent. But I don't know. I really don't know where I could stay. Like I don't know, 50, 60, 70. I really have no idea.
So, it's surprising. That's kind of low for niggas. I got homeboys. They in the 100s.
Yeah, it's people well in the hundreds. I might have hit triple digits. I really couldn't tell you. I mean, I guess I could sit back and try and figure out, but it's never been something that really mattered to me.
Yeah.
So
body count don't matter to me neither. As long as you ain't got no STDs, really, truly.
So, but I mean,
I don't want to hear about that shit though. It's gonna make me want to beat you up.
And when you think about it, all right, say you had 3 partners in a year and you've been fucking for 10 years. That's 30 people. Yeah. And 3 partners in a year ain't nothing outlandish. That ain't crazy.
It's like once every 4 months. 4.
Yeah. You get 1 partner every 4 months, and you
12
and you fuck for 10 years. That's 30 people. So a 30 is easy. I would think.
I feel like it's different for niggas now. If a female did that shit, nah.
Shit. These girls I know that done fucked 5 people in the same night. They done got 5 bodies. You count. Does a train count? Does a train count as 1 body?
Yes. No. Hell no. If you get a train run on you, that's just crazy. Like, why would you? I'm not gonna say why would you do it, but I just personally wouldn't do it.
I know girls. I know plenty of girls that done had trains ran on them.
It's the coming from behind the
camera. I know my young boys know about girls that done had trains. They probably ran trains. Trains wasn't really my
I
thing.
think if you run a train, you gay.
Nah, I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Because you're in the room looking at another nigga dick.
if you kissing a girl that ran the train, you a dumbass. But if you if you in love with a girl that ran the train,
I
might
guess.
might be dead for you.
I
But
guess.
trains have really never been my thing, though.
I'm never having a threesome. And if somebody asks for one, I'm going to say yeah. And then when they pull up, I'm going to beat you up. Because why would you agree?
Come again? You've never had a threesome?
I've never had a threesome. And I personally don't think I ever will because I am selfish. And if you.
But you wanted to have a threesome with Spider-Man and Zendaya.
I didn't say I wanted to fuck Tom Holland. I said I like Tom Holland. I'm fucking Zendaya.
So you want to fuck Zendaya? Would you fuck Tom Holland separate?
No.
What a confusing motherfucker. So, that shocks me. Like, I honestly would have thought you was out here having threesomes for sure.
Never had a threesome. Never.
Because you like both.
You're right. But I kind of really don't like niggas for them.
I get it. But you was married to one.
Yeah, I was.
And if he pulled I'm sure he pulled a threesome conversation out. He ain't pulled a threesome conversation out? I'm sure.
If somebody asks my significant other for a threesome, I'm going to say yes. I'm going to be all hee hee ha ha and sexy. And then when they pull up, I'm going to beat them up because why would you want that?
That's why you scare the fuck out of me. That's why I would never even consider dating you. But if I was dating you or a girl like you that I knew was bisexual, I would definitely entertain a threesome. I would let you pick the girl and we'd approve it. But
okay, that's different.
But see, that's not different. That's a threesome.
I wouldn't have a threesome. I'm too selfish. Because can't nobody fuck. No, you're not about to fuck nobody else like you fucking me.
That's a threesome. I'm gonna give her about 2 minutes. I'm gonna give you 3, and then I'm gonna go watch the game in the other room, and y'all eat each other out.
No, not at all.
All right.
Nope, I would never have that.
You say so.
I might.
All right. We got any other questions, or you think we should wrap it up? All right. So that's about it for this week's episode. You got anybody you want to shout out? Anybody you want to say hi to? Anything you want to add?
Nah.
All right. This week's edition was brought to you by the the Georgia Bar Association.
You could go to hell.
The best lawyers in Georgia.
I'm gonna shout out my lawyer Stephen Geis. He help
right.
up if you in the state of Georgia.
Shout out to Stephen Geis. He is paying $1,000 for this week's sponsorship. So, Stephen, my phone number is, I'll tell you off the air. Hit me up. Send me a $1,000 check. He is the best lawyer in Georgia, even though we're recording this in South Carolina. Shout out to my 2 lawyers whose names I won't say on here. But love both of you. But Stephen Geis, best lawyer in Georgia, give him a shout out. He got her off for attempted murder when she actually committed it. So,
I did not.
So she shot the guy and killed him.
Funny. He is funny. He's lying.
Just kidding, jokes.
Liar.
But that's who this week's episode is brought to you by. Anybody else we want to throw out as a fake sponsor? Thrasher.
I don't even skate.
Shout out to Thrasher Magazine, the top magazine for skaters in the United States. Period. All right, that's it for this week's edition of KB's Bar Talk. This is your host, KB, signing off for my beautiful co-host, Derche.
Shay badass.
Next week, we will be back. Make sure you check us out. We'll try and find somebody a little prettier, a little more entertaining, but I'm sure it'll be hard to do.
Period.
All right.
I like that. Real bad.
Yeah, real bad.
Real bad.
Real average. Real mid.
Oh!
Real mid. You?
All right.